Ever get totally hooked by like a single sentence in a book? One that feels like it like unlocks this whole world of meaning.
Absolutely, like a little keyhole you peek through.
Yes. And suddenly you're seeing the entire story differently. So then, that's what we're diving into today, the power of one sentence.
And the sentence we're exploring today is a fascinating choice. It really hints at so much about the character, her motivations, all these layers of meaning.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Lay it on me. What's the sentence?
All right. From Virginia Woolf's Mrs. Dalloway. Mrs. Dalloway said she would buy the flowers herself.
She would buy the flowers herself. Okay. Seems pretty straightforward on the surface. What am I missing here?
And that's the beauty of Woolf. She's a master of subtlety. This isn't just about, a simple errand. It's an incredibly telling detail about Mrs. Dalloway and her inner world.
Okay, so it's less about the actual flowers and more about what this decision represents.
Exactly.
What's Woolf hinting at here?
Well, think about the societal expectations for women during that time period. Often, they were expected to exist within very defined domestic roles, right? But here you have Mrs. Dalloway choosing to engage with the outside world on her own terms.
Oh, I see what you mean.
This act, as simple as buying flowers, becomes a quiet but really significant assertion of her independence.
Oh, wow. It's like this tiny act of rebellion almost.
Exactly.
I mean, it seems so small, but in the context of the time period.
It's huge.
Yeah, it really is.
And Woolf uses this seemingly mundane action to get at this much deeper point about agency, about a woman's right to choose even in the smallest moments.
And I imagine that idea of agency, of having control over her own life, probably comes up again and again in the novel.
Absolutely. Throughout the novel, we see Mrs. Dalloway navigating these complex social gatherings, confronting her past, and always striving for a sense of control in a world that's constantly trying to define her.
It's amazing to me how much weight Woolf packs into a single sentence. It really does set the stage for these bigger themes to unfold.
It's a microcosm, wouldn't you say, of the entire novel. You see societal expectations, gender roles, the desire for individual freedom, all playing out in this one seemingly ordinary decision.
It makes you wonder, are there choices that we make every day that seem small but actually speak volumes about who we are and what we value, things we don't even realize we're projecting?
Exactly. It reminds us to pay attention to those little details, those tiny choices, both of the books we read and in our own lives. We might be surprised by what we discover about ourselves and about the world around us.
I think that's a great note to end on. Pay attention to the details, folks. They might just reveal something much bigger than you expect.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Until next time.